that's why I tarry.
Only the silence for those I carry.
We woke before the horn, before the fight. The air was still, but something wasn't right. No word was spoken, no prayer was said. We sharpened our blades.
We knew the dead.
Rise and answer the call
Of the frozen sky.
Rise and carry the name of the ones who died. The gods have turned their eyes
To the field below.
and the earth remembers every shadow that cried through the frost and flame.
Standing where the ravens circle high.
We fall today.
We rise again. Where the fallen learn to fly. I have stood where banners were torn by the gale. I have watched the fearless falter and pale. But I call the ones who bleed and choose to stay. When the cold takes the courage and the gods look away.
We are not the chosen, we are not the great. We are iron and silence and the weight of our fate. But we rise when the Valkyrie starts to sing. We march for the living and the dead, for the cold king. Rise and answer the call
Of the frozen sky.
Rise and carry the name of the ones who died. The gods have turned their eyes
To the field below.
and the earth remembers every shadow that cried through the frost and flame.
Standing where the ravens circle high.
We fall today.
We rise again. Where the fallen learn to fly.
This is the hour.
The old world holds its breath.
This is the line between life and death.
We have nothing to lose that the frost has not taken.
We rise, we are iron, we will not be broken. We answer the call
Of the frozen sky.
Rise and carry the name of the ones who died. The gods close their hollow eyes
And the earth remembers every shadow that cried.
through the iron and blood.
Standing where the ravens circle high.
We fall along the way.
We rise again. Where the fallen learn to fly. The knife in the feast and the laugh in the dark. He walked where the wise and the mighty had hollowed and carved every rafter and beam with his mark. He bent every rule like a reed in the river. He wore every face like a coat in the rain. gods took his fire, but none could deliver the part of him born to unravel their chain. Do not speak of what he did, oh I do not ask what burned behind his eye. He was the crack in the stone of the sky, the word that was spoken and could not die. The serpent drips, the venom fills the dark below. The cave king rides where only dead roots grow. Sigyn holds the bowl above the wound bed wide and turns, and the venom finds what love could not hide. Flame father falls bearer bound and set aside. The root rope holds the gods denied. Venom veined and voiceless in the dark below. He waits for the hour that only he will know. She never left, not for winter, not sorrow. She caught every drop that the darkness would spill. She traded her yesterday, traded tomorrow, for one more breath, for one moment of still. Her arms never shook, though the bowl filled with burning. Her eyes never asked what his silence had cost. She stood where the gods had abandoned their mourning, and held what the gods had already lost. Do not speak of what he did, oh I do not ask what burned behind his eye. He was the crack in the stone of the sky, the word that was spoken and could not die. The serpent drips, the venom fills the dark below. The cave king rides where only dead roots grow. Sigyn holds the bowl above the wound bed wide and turns, and the venom finds what love could not hide. Flame father falls bearer bound and set aside. The root rope holds the gods denied. Venom veined and voiceless in the dark below. He waits for the hour that only he will know. She turns away, the bowl is full. The venom falls, the roots begin to pull. He shakes the ground from root to sky, and no one hears the last of Loki's cry. He was the fire they could not name. He was the guilt they could not claim. He is the crack beneath the stone. He breaks the world and breaks alone. The stone has split, the venom soaks the ground. The cave king claws his way from underground. Sigyn holds the bowl above the wound bed wide and turns, and the venom finds what love could not hide. Flame father falls bearer bound and set aside. The root rope holds the gods denied. Venom veined and voiceless till the serpent's done. He rises when the age of gods is gone. ghost-haired warden kills the sleep, where the hammer of iron flies high, while giants of frost wait in the mountain deep. Beneath his gold gaze the grey shadows will die. The hammer oath is for the silence to reap. He rides where the roads shake, he rides where the old bones ache, he rides where the world walls break, he rides for the living's mistake. Wheel thunder, keep under, open the stone. No one of Midgard walks alone. The hammer lies where serpents breed, and makes the mountain bleed. Of the god who weaves without sleep, her hands hold the thread of a world not yet known, a secret of salts that the hollow will keep. The lightning is hiss and the shadow is grown. The roots of Yggdrasil run strong and deep. He rides where the roads shake, he rides where the old bones ache, he rides where the world's walls break, he rides for the living's mistake. Wheel thunder, keep under, open the stone. Let everyone of Midgard fight to the bone. The hammer lies where serpents breed, and makes the mountain bleed. When Jormungandr spits into the tide, when the world tree freezes and the grey wolves ride, he will not wait in the hall of the chain. He will walk 9 steps and not rise again, 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 again. Where serpents die, everyone in Midgard watches the sky. The wheel road is silent now. The wheel road is silent now. But none of them cry. The clouds hold their breath in a scared sky. The banners are still where the cold morning stands, and the earth drinks the silence like blood from cupped hands. I have read every ending in smoke and in stone. I have walked through the ash of a world not yet sown. The swords are still sheathed, but the metal already knows what the hand has not chosen. The weird always shows. I see the field and I do not weep. I see the dead and the eternal sleep. I see the moment before they go, and I count every step in the frozen snow. 10,000 are standing like stones in the frost. 10,000 are breathing, not knowing the cost. They sharpen their courage on prayers and pride, while I count every shadow that walks by their side. This is the hour that gods walk away. This is the hour that blood finds its way. The ravens fly away through the gray. The silence is all that remains of the day. I see the field and I do not weep. I see the dead and the eternal sleep. I see the moment before they go, and I count every step in the frozen snow. They do not sleep, they do not weep. They rise and bleed and rise again. We fell on the field where the raven roads crossed, where the spear storm broke and the shield wall was lost. No grave held our bones, no earth claimed our name. The Valkyrie came and she caught us by flame. We rode through the gate where the gold rafters gleam, where the mead never empties, where death is a dream. Each morning we clash till the blood soaks the ground. Each evening we feast to the horn song sound. Who walks in the hall of the slain? We walk, we rise, we walk again.
Einherjar,
We cannot die,
Einherjar,
we split the sky. Blade on blade till the world goes dark. We are the fire,
we are the spark. We are the spark.
no widow will mourn us, no child bears our grief. We traded the harvest, the hearth and the leaf, for the weight of the axe and the glory of war, for a seat at the table of those who came before. The wolf father watches from his high seat of bone. He counts every scar that we carry and own. When the serpent uncoils and the fire roads burn, we will ride at the front, this is all that we earn. Who stands We are not heroes, we are not gods. We are the ones who fell facing forward, and we're not forgotten. Die. Einherjar. We split the sky. Einherjar. The chosen dead. Einherjar. On glory fed. Blade on blade till the world goes dark. We are the fire.
We are the spark. We are the spark.
They do not sleep. They do not weep. They rise and bleed and rise again. Hey! Brought me food when I still trusted. Your hand fed me while others drew their plans in the dark. I grew up in the shadow of Asgard's golden walls, not knowing what was already being woven for me. You gave me a name, you watched me. You waited for the moment I became too much, and then you smiled and called it mercy. The island was chosen before I was born. The river was set before the first stone cracked. Tyr placed his hand inside my mouth, and I felt the whole world pulling back. Let the great wolf run through the fields of Yggdrasil, where the gods have buried their dead. Gleipnir breaks and the sky forgets its shape. The sun goes dark, not because it wants to, but because it always was meant to. Fraying long before it snapped. The mountain knew before I did. I heard the roots of Yggdrasil shift like something enormous turning in its sleep. That morning the ravens stopped their flight. Even Odin's birds knew there are things that cannot be unwatched, and I was one of them. The island was chosen before I was born. The river was set before the first stone cracked. Tyr placed his hand inside my mouth, and I felt the whole world pulling back. Let the great wolf run through the fields of Yggdrasil, where the gods have buried their dead. Gleipnir breaks and the sky forgets its shape. The sun goes dark, not because it wants to, but because it always was meant to. You needed something to point at when the darkness came, something with teeth, something to blame. You built the cage first, then you built me to fill it, and now you're standing at the edge of Vigrid, wondering why the wolf won't stop. The gods are tired, and the wolf was never the monster. Only the fear made him. Old wind, were you there that night? You carried the smoke, you carried the ashes. You touched my face when the flames went high. You took their names to the open sky. till the hard night breaks. Old wind, till the hard night fades. Come down from the high seat alone. No ravens, no spear, no one to witness the stone. He walked like a man who had already paid, like someone who knows the cost and comes unafraid. The well was older than the gods who gave it a name. Mimir said nothing, he only watched Odin came. And the All-Father knelt at the edge of the water and looked at his own face like a son and a father. There are gifts that cannot be given back. There are doors that seal the moment you pass. He knew what waited on the other side. He came because not knowing was the only thing he couldn't survive. Let the wise god drink from the dark below, where the roots of Yggdrasil never see light. One eye for the weight of all living things, one eye for the wars he could not rewrite. The water remembers every name it has taken. The price is not the eye, it's the world left unshaken. He rose from that well and the sky looked the same, but nothing he loved would ever call back his name. Tremble when he rose from the ground, not from the pain, from the weight of what he had found. He had asked to see everything under the sky, and everything answered, and part of him died. He saw every thread of every life already cut. He saw his own ending, the wolf and the mud. He saw what was coming and swallowed it whole, and walked back to Asgard with half of his soul. There are gifts that cannot be given back. There are doors that seal the moment you pass. He knew what waited on the other side. He paid it anyway, and that is why I cry. Let the wise god drink from the dark below, where the roots of Yggdrasil never see light. One eye for the weight of all living things, one eye for the wars he could not rewrite. The water remembers every name it has taken. The price is not the eye, it's the world left unshaken. He rose from that well and the sky looked the same, but nothing he loved would ever call back his name. I saw a god become heavier than a god. I saw a father learn the name of his son's killer and choose to carry it rather than not. That is not wisdom. That is grief with nowhere left to go. And cannot unsee. Only the knowing broke him. and past the frost, into the hall where every fire has been lost. She was sitting at the long end of the table, half a face like marble, half like shadow. The dead were all around her, thousands deep. They did not speak, they only sat in sleep. And she moved between them, touching no one. A queen who rules a kingdom no one wants. No one prays to her before the battle. No one calls her name beneath the stars. No skald has sung her into golden legend. She only gets the ones the others discard. Let the cold queen tend the silent hall, where the unheroic and the unremembered fall. No glory here, no meat, no fire burning, only her arms open, always open, never turning. She takes the farmer and she takes the child. She takes the ones who died afraid and mild. Valhalla keeps its warriors loud and proud, but hell keeps everyone else, and she keeps them well. I watched her walk to the edge of Jel River, where the new ones cross, still trembling, still in fever. She looked at each of them without a word, with eyes that held no judgment, only her. I saw a mother right, still holding on. I saw an old man who had outlived everyone, and hell received them both without a measure, as if every broken life was equal treasure. No one prays to her before the battle. No one calls her name beneath the stars. No skald has sung her into golden legend. She only gets the ones the others discard. Let the cold queen tend her silent hall, where the unheroic and the unremembered fall. No glory here, no meat, no fire burning, only her arms open, always open, never turning. She takes the farmer and she takes the child. She takes the ones who died afraid and mild. Valhalla keeps its warriors loud and proud, but hell keeps everyone else, and she keeps them well. I asked her once if she was lonely. She didn't answer. She just looked at the hall, at all of them, and then back at me. And I understood. She is never alone. She is just never chosen. Let the cold queen reign where no one sings her name, where every quiet death arrives without its fame. The hall is full and still she opens wider, the loneliest god and the kindest. The fire burned low before the morning came. I sharpened my blade, I whispered your name. The ravens were circling above the hill. My hands were steady, but my chest was still. I have lived enough to know what fear looks like. It sits in the stomach like a cold iron spike. I have lived enough to know this too. A man who feels nothing has nothing to lose. I am not ready and I never will be. The horn has sounded and the field is calling me. I buckle the leather and I breathe the cold. I walk toward the thunder like the ones before. When the sun breaks red on the edge of the world, the banners are lifted and the war cry unfurls. I will stand where the bravest and the broken have stood. I will give what I have,
every drop of my blood.
If today is the day that the gods call me home, I will fall with my face to the sky, not the stone. The hall is awaiting and the meat is poured. I was never afraid of what comes after the sword. My father when I laced up my boots, of the stories he told me of the warriors and the roots. He said, son, there is no shame in the shake of your hand. The shame is in turning your back on your land. I thought of the people asleep behind the walls, who will never know the names of those who answer the call. And I thought, if not me, then who carries this weight? So I picked up my axe and I walked through the gate. I am not ready and I never will be, but the horn is sounded and the field is calling me. I buckle the leather and I breathe the cold, and I walk toward the thunder like the ones before. When the sun breaks red on the edge of the world, and the banners are lifted and the war cry unfurls, I will stand where the bravest and the broken have stood, and I will give what I have,
every drop of my blood.
If today is the day that the gods call me home, I will fall with my face to the sky, not the stone. The hall is waiting and the meat is poured, and I was never afraid of what comes after the sword. They will ask what I felt in that last long minute. I felt the cold, I felt the weight of the axe in my hand. I felt my heart beating faster than it ever had. And then the line moved forward and I moved with it, 'cause that is what you do. Now the sun burns gold on the edge of the world. The banners are tattered and the smoke slowly curls.